Irish have fallen short.
Everything resting on Barry McGann. The agony on his face.
There have been glimpses of hope, glimpses of gold, and glimpses of success.
Absolutely magnificent.
But the mighty All Blacks, it seemed, held an unbreakable reign over the Irish.
And they're in. It's Cruddy in the corner.
With a new country brought a newfound belief. And in 2016, the Irish finally struck gold in Chicago, ending the 111-year drought.
Rugby history. Ireland beat the All Blacks for the first time.
While reigniting the rivalry, every encounter became a newfound expectation.
Bona Barrett, straight through.
Today, we get another chance to witness history as the record-breaking All Blacks return to Dublin. But will fortune favour the bold, or will it fall to the luck of the Irish?
Tuia te rangi, tuia te whenua, tuia ngā matawaka, ngā mate o te wā, haere, haere, haere. Uri rawa mai ki a tātou katoa, tihe Māori ora. The business end of the All Blacks end-of-year tour brings them to Dublin and the magnificent Aviva Stadium for a much-awaited clash with Ireland. Capacity crowd for the first meeting of the two since their quarter-final at the 2019 World Cup. Morena, tēnā koutou katoa, welcome as the All Blacks face an Ireland team on a winning run. Tony Johnson with the call alongside me, Jeff Wilson and Justin Marshall.
Kia ora TJ, no mate, haere mate, te whānau, kia ora. Welcome everybody to you joining us and good morning to you, Jeff Wilson.
Tēnā koe, Justin, kia ora TJ, tēnā koutou katoa everybody. Yes, Ian Foster has rewarded form in 2021, which has given that All Blacks team a sense of consistency. Same starting row as, front row as the Welsh test a couple of weeks ago. Brodie Retallick has recovered from a shoulder knock to take his place at lock. Ardie Savea has established himself as the best All Black number 8 in 2021. TJ Perenara experience has been rewarded at halfback, and Anton Leonard-Brown returns to inside centre after an improved last test. Sevu Reece's form has demanded a starting opportunity on the wing, and Dane Coles demonstrated his class last weekend and will make an impact at some point off the bench.
Well, the last time the All Blacks were at this stadium in 2018, they did not get the result. Will Irish eyes be smiling again today? After an outstanding performance last week against Japan, Irish coach Andy Farrell has rewarded those players by only making one change for this big game in the starting 15. Up front, the rock at tight head is an impressive and experienced Tark Burgon. Ian Henderson is the inclusion to the side this week, joining James Ryan in the second row, who needs a dominating performance to lead the tight five today. Josh van der Fleer is all energy and work rate at open side. He has number 8 Jack Conan and blindside Caelan Doris alongside. At halfback, Jamison Gibson Park will relish the big stage against former Hurricanes teammate TJ Perenara. Johnny Sexton at 10 will look to utilise the power and skill outside of Mawundi Aki in the 12 jersey. And yet another Kiwi in the backline with James Lowe starting on the left wing, testing himself against the best. He has excitement machines, Keenan and Conway with him in the back three.
Well, it's a cool afternoon in the Irish capital, overcast, but no rain. Hopefully it stays away for what shapes as another epic battle in what has become one of the great rivalries of recent times. It's the 33rd meeting between these two teams. It took 29 for Ireland to get their first win in Chicago 2016. They made perhaps an even more profound statement 2 years later here at the Aviva. And while the most recent encounter in Japan 2019 was a crushing All Black win, the last 3 games at this stadium have been brutal and tense, and they have been tight. History made last time out. Will it repeat? 16-9, that famous score from November 2018. The All Blacks coming off a somewhat unsatisfying performance against Italy, but field a much stronger, vastly more experienced for a match that they will consider to be one of the most important of the year. Ireland had a late COVID scare in the camp, one player returning a potential positive test that subsequently produced 2 negatives. A minor disruption, but one they could have done without all the same. Great anticipation here. Capacity crowd over 51,000. Ireland really back in full swing. The All Blacks have been in their bubble for 3 months now. Big challenge to stay focused and connected over that time with the finish line in sight. But they know that judgment of the year will rest to a great degree on the 2 massive tests that now confront them. Sam Whitelock leading the team out in his 131st test match. He'll be a key figure with his set-piece prowess. Beauden Barrett given the nod in the number 10 jersey, always a major point of discussion. Dalton Papali'i keeping the number 7 jersey to Cody Taylor at hooker. Well, Ireland have not played the same number of tests this year, but they are on a winning run. Last beaten, and only narrowly, by France in February. The All Blacks well aware that they face a team in good form. After that France loss, Ireland having accounted for Scotland, England, the USA and Japan twice. This by far their biggest challenge since the last Six Nations. But they take the field knowing it can be done. Come the day, come the hour, can they again answer Ireland's call? Johnny Sexton, the captain, 946 points in Test rugby. Last words of encouragement for his teammates as they line up. Rugby taking its stand against racism. Not a knee, but a stand against racism. For the second week running, the Irish president, Michael D. Higgins, is in the stands. And as is traditional ahead of the national anthems, the presidential salute. The Irish national anthem, the Soldiers' Song, and then reflecting the joining of the Republic and Northern Ireland for international rugby. Ireland's call. The Irish players will again stand shoulder to shoulder now as they face the haka. TJ Perenara, Kapo Apango, as the All Blacks lay down the challenge. Big focus on the New Zealand players as the national anthem was sung. Bundy Aki, James Lowe, Jamison Gibson Park. As we take a quick check of the teams, Ireland just the one change from the side that played Japan last week. The Munster man Ian Henderson coming into an otherwise all Leinster pack. Robbie Henshaw, the one big name missing from the back line. Dargaville-born Joey Carberry, another New Zealand-born player on the reserves bench for Ireland. The All Blacks, well, the closest they can get right now to full strength. Brodie Retallick and Sam Whitelock reunited in the second row. That's important for New Zealand. Savia Papali'i and Blackadder, the loose trio. No temptation to rush Aaron Smith back into the fold after his unexpected call up from home. TJ Perenara and Beauden Barrett, the all-important 9 and 10 jersey. Massive experience on the Irish bench, 458 caps, and some famous names: Cian Healy, Peter O'Mahony, Conor Murray. Plenty of impact off the New Zealand bench. Well, plenty of tension about too, Justin. I think both sides recognising that this is the biggest test of the series for them.
Absolutely. I think a huge step up for the All Blacks. They are very well aware of that. You can see that in their focus. You can see it in their haka, and very shortly, kickoff will reveal just the intent of both players. Looking forward to this exciting contest.
This is a test match that really has delivered regularly the last 5 or 6 times the teams have met. Luke Pearce of England is the referee, Matthew Carley, Christopher Ridley his assistants, Tom Foley is the TMO, and we're all set. A big roar grows up in this magnificent stadium that is filled to capacity for this one. And Jamison Gibson Park, his first touch of the game against the country of his birth.
Time it run, hold.
Back it goes to Sexton, and he puts the kick down towards halfway. Taken by Sevu Reece. Conway got up quickly on him, and Beauden Barrett has to go into contact, but it's there for Perenara. And the All Blacks will start with the ball just inside their own half.
Get New Zealand, hold.
Jordie Barrett putting up a towering kick for James Lowe. Early test for him. Jordan got there first, but it fell for Bundy Aki. And so Ireland have it. Gibson Park. This time looking to get the ball through the hands. Ronan Kelleher, the hooker. Gibson Park away to Sexton. Quickly through the hands. And now it's James Ryan. Hugely impressive. Like such a key man in this Irish game. And a little show of the ball too. And almost slipping through was Hugo Keenan, the fullback. It's there for Gibson Park. So a succession of phases here for Ireland. Rieko Ioane making the tackle. Now Sexton, little delayed pass. Aki punching ahead as Ringrose gets it away to Conan. And now the winger Conway, who scored 3 tries last week. This is promising for Ireland. Porter, the prop involved. Away to his fellow front rower, Tyke Furlong. Ireland building nicely. Blackadder, though, getting to the ball nicely. And I think an illegal entry from one of the Irish forwards results in a penalty. But that was promising for Ireland.
Some sort of a start. Ireland really liked the width that they were using. And the runners coming off Jamison Gibson Park, they were getting outside New Zealand's first 2 to 3 defenders either side of the ruck. They had inside balls. They had set transition runners. They had a kicking game as well. The opening sequence showed that they had plenty to throw at the All Blacks. Equally, the All Blacks were good on defence, but promising signs for this test match early.
Absolutely, Justin. Their decoy runners and their ability to take it to the line as well. Nicely held, carried beautifully. Did Keenan over the advantage line. They've just started really strongly. Clean out really accurate as well up until that last play. Going to be critical against the All Blacks.
Well, they showed a willingness last week against Japan to use the width of the pitch. Now Cody Taylor coming away from the breakdown for New Zealand, just a little isolated, but the support quickly arrives and going ahead with it now. Ardie Savea, the All Blacks looking now to get a feel of the ball. Blackadder, he's quickly wrapped up. Sexton lending a hand on defence. Now Barrett goes high out towards Conway's wing, takes it comfortably. In fact, it's the fullback who's come forward, Keenan. Now here's Andrew Porter, the loose head prop. Retallick getting over the ball, but has to take hands off. Gibson Park this time punching one down over halfway. Jordie Barrett takes it nicely. Good chase from Ireland, but the All Blacks have it. Now Rieko Ioane looking to slip a ball on the inside. Sevu Reece has to go back and tidy it up. And now Ireland trying to come swarming through. But the referee has blown the whistle.
It's off an Irish player.
Comes forward, yeah.
In the tackle.
Just a knock on in
the
the
kicking
tackle.
games of both sides, when they feel that that defence is a bit too tight, they're prepared to put the ball up and then make either a contest or put the ball carrier under pressure.
Let's find out, please.
With both wingers chasing
Left
well.
to left
Obviously,
of the
Will
line.
Jordan is a target for Beauden Barrett and
Left
Jordie
of the
Barrett.
line, please.
Very good in the air, 6'2". First scrum. Be very interesting to see what sort of a platform both sides can get this afternoon.
Perinara to feed Ireland with one of the best in the business in the tight head roll, Tyke Furlong.
Crouch.
That's a battle to look forward to, that one at half-back too. There's
Bind.
very distinctive features of Andrew Porter, the loose head prop. Quick heel from New Zealand. Barrett moves it on first touch for Anton Leonard. Brown driving into the tackle of Sexton and Gibson Park. Now Retallick going in just a little upright. And you can see Josh van der Fleer making the tackle. The open side flanker almost lost it, the All Blacks. In fact, they did. Ardie Savea with the defence flying up in his face, makes the error.
And that's the one area that the All Blacks are going to struggle with, unless that second runner, which was Retallick in this instance, gets over the advantage line and they get quick,
Okay, let's go.
fast,
Let's
ruck
go.
speed ball to TJ Perinara to shift it. They're going to get on subsequently a defence coming at them really quickly, man and ball at the same time, and that was the catalyst for it. The ball initially too slow, put the pressure when that third phase was instigated, and Ireland were right in their face.
Yeah, all the success against the All Blacks has come from pressure on defence, coming forward, accelerated line speed, no momentum for any of the ball carriers for the All Blacks.
Fine.
Caelan Doris, the blindside flanker, leading the charge on defence. This is Van der Fleer on this side. Free kick. Early engage against the All Blacks.
Call, please. Scrum again.
Tactically, I'm interested in Ireland's mentality from here.
Agree, but we still wait
Teams
for the
like
ball,
South
okay?
Africa, or even Italy
Both
to
teams,
agree,
a
were
touch of
very
space,
successful
please.
at kicking from
A
this
touch of
zone
space.
in and around the New
Both
Zealand
teams.
22.
Yeah, I'm
Putting
trying.
them under pressure. They showed a
Okay,
lot
but
more
the-
ambition than that last week against Japan. Andy Farrell
Manage
said that
your
we've had a
space.
mindset shift in the way we want to play. So if they don't go to a kick, which they can very well do from this zone, this is where they need to bring Bundy Aki into the game. Gary Ringras, he can go hard at the line. They've also got the likes of James Lowe, all good targets to get them good quick ball.
Crouch.
Well, Ireland opting for another scrum.
Fine.
Free kick against the All Blacks. Now a free kick against Ireland. You can see the hooker, Kelleher.
Standing up, hook up. Scrum call.
Now the All Blacks call a scrum. Bit of chess
Thank you.
early
Scrum
on.
call. Gusto, scrum.
Well, this is what forward packs do, right? In the first 4 or 5 minutes in any game is the fact there's a settling down period. They certainly might want to take a backward step. The first scrum was well and truly even. It was a quick hook from the All Blacks. They've got a strong carry from Anton Leonard-Brown. They've gone to the ear on a couple of occasions already in this game. So tactically, the All Blacks, when they've been at their best, have put pressure on the opposition, have built on the scoreboard, built in threes from time to time, which has enabled the opposition, or enabled them to force the opposition to play.
Well, this scrum is developing a life of its own. 2 minutes it's taken so far. Perenara initially didn't want to put it in. Now it goes in. Front rows go down, but he says play on, and Barrett bangs it high. Ioane leading the chase along with Geordie Barrett, and it's been lost by Ireland. The fullback, Keenan, couldn't take it cleanly. Barrett fighting his way through to contest, and now
Advantage over
the All Blacks have it. Trying to stab a kick through was Beauden Barrett.
Advantage over. Ball's here. Okay, use it, please.
And Ireland get it back. Gibson Park. Had plenty of high tests early on. But Geordie Barrett goes up. Oh, looked like he was taken in the air there.
He has the ball.
Oh, it's been ripped away, though, by Ian Henderson. So Ireland have possession. They get it back from the high kick. Furlong crunching into the tackle of Dalton Papali'i. An excitement about the crowd. They can sense that Ireland here showing some early promise. Doris.
I'll explain in a second. All their faces are fine, but the first tackle is very slightly in the air.
Well, he's gone back to that challenge, which did look iffy from the go.
Okay.
Wasn't much in it.
So just timing on the catcher, please.
Basically, just
that was a
as
touch in the
Geordie
air.
Barrett was coming to ground.
No, all that's fine. It's just back on that catch.
Yeah.
Timing on the catch.
His legs were grabbed, so the timing from the chasing Irish player was just slightly off. There wasn't much in it, but it was
had the
enough that
advantage, and I called
he
it
just
over.
got him right around the ankles of all places, which is unusual for a high ball contest, just before he hit the ground. I think that penalty was right.
And whether or not that's come from the assistant referees or from the TMO, the right decision has been made, and now the All Blacks go on to the attack. But the short side defence, just watch it here, just he wasn't able to quite get to the ground. The tackle made from Conway. It's just a little bit unlucky.
Hold the 10, please.
The All Blacks go to the line out. Papali'i, Perenara, now Barrett kicks out for the wing, and Will Jordan's got it. Breaks the first tackle. Lowe comes across, but he pops it up. Geordie Barrett just short of the line. Well, the brilliance of Will Jordan has got the All Blacks just metres from the line, but the ball's been intercepted. That's great work from the hooker, Kelleher. A bobbled pass, he seized on it, and Ireland now playing under advantage. The All Blacks got up offside. Well, the All Blacks went close, But a great heads-up play, and now Ireland with a chance to clear with the penalty.
Just a bit untidy, but the timing of this kick, Beauden Barrett on the run, finds Will Jordan
Offside, number 3.
right in his lap. Good covering tackle from James Lowe to bring him down. Anton
Clearly
Lienert-Brown goes
tackles
to
the
shift it.
arm and not the
Where are those
ball.
players bound? Were they even onside? Referee
If
Luke
we go
Pearce
to
seems to
touch,
think
if he's
so.
still
They
down,
managed
we'll
to
stop
turn it
that,
over
okay?
when they were really under threat. I'll tell you, the line that Geordie Barrett hit off the Will Jordan hit as well. He nearly knocked someone into the back row of the stadium. He was coming big and hard, the big man.
It was Gary Ringrose made a massive tackle here. Just looks as though there's a little bit of repair work needs to be done.
If we need to.
But you'd have to say that's a missed opportunity for the All Blacks because they'd executed it perfectly. They'd recognised the opportunity. Will Jordan had run on to the cross kick perfectly.
Thanks, man.
Look at this collision here. Boom!
Time off, please.
That is a try-saving tackle. And Gary Ringrose has put the hit on.
You okay?
Wonderful work from Conway as well.
He's paid the price for it. He spilt some blood.
Nice,
But it's also very much the way that you get outside that, outside in defence. Ireland have already shown that they will come up quickly.
Yeah.
So the All Blacks would have spoken a lot about how Italy put them under pressure and cut out that outside channel where Will Jordan, Sevu Reece want to get into the game.
As well.
And that kick pass is another option, and it'll also now, early in the game, you know, just over 10 minutes into the game, it'll now worry the outside backs and centres of Ireland, thinking that that's an option for the All
Red
Blacks.
scrum hat is scrum half, Christoph.
Ronan Kelleher, who scored 4 tries in the recent game against the USA. Some question marks about his line-out throwing. That wasn't a great throw, but they've got it. One of the All Blacks calling out, "Are you serious?" They didn't think it was straight. Referee thought so.
Flat.
And Ireland spread it again. And here is Kelleher, the hooker, bustling run. Got through the tackle of Barrett, then taken by Blackadder. They move it into the middle of the field. And Ian Henderson, the veteran lock. Now Sexton putting a kick out to the wing. It's a good one too. Not taken cleanly though. Referee's whistle is gone.
Yeah, we'll just give Tommy to do some background work. No, there's no rush here, fellas. Be careful with your timing, mate. It's a late tackle on number 10.
A late shot on Johnny Sexton is the call.
Ireland, captain, where you kicked it or where it landed? We're also checking that as well. But for this offence that we're looking at the moment, where you kicked it or where it landed?
Luke, I'm about to show you head contact on Island 10.
Well,
Okay, so we need to refer that and
I
look
think
at it.
someone's in
Yes, we do,
trouble
yeah.
here.
There is definitely high contact.
You can hear the voice of Tom Foley. He thinks that this is a high shot.
Tom,
Well,
I
they've
think someone's in
already
big trouble.
They've already determined it to be late.
Okay.
It's just how
It's not that.
No head contact at all. What's he talking about?
Yeah, we're just getting the right one at
It's a
Luke.
push.
1 second, just bear with us,
Yeah,
please.
no
but
rush,
an
no rush.
unnecessary one.
Thank you.
He had heaps of time to pull out of that, Cody Taylor.
I think they might be looking for another incident.
It's just coming your way now, Luke. Just 1 sec.
So we'll watch all of the clips and then we'll have a discussion after,
Okay,
okay?
here we go.
Oh, there's nothing. Oh,
It's a lazy
The
wrap.
reverse angle is coming now, Luke. This is probably your best angle.
No problem.
just looking at another angle, but
It's
it's not enough for me.
Let all the clips play out, mate, and then we'll have a discussion.
Look, it's what's happened is the initial
Okay, so I'm ready for a conversation
hit
when you
is
are,
on the
Tom.
shoulder
Wait a
below
minute,
the
Luke. There's
ball.
one other angle I want to show you.
And
1
all he's
second,
really
please.
received
No rush.
subsequently
This
is
is the
a
angle.
little bit of a reactional flick up from the arm, which has clipped him in the face.
We're just going to freeze
Certainly
at the point
warrants
of
a penalty,
contact.
nothing
Luke,
more.
1 second.
They're certainly going to look hard at this. They're going to slow it right down. They're going to look at every
Fine.
contact.
So ready for a conversation, Tom, when you're done your work?
Luke Pearce and Tom Farley, the TMO, are taking plenty of looks. They'll find what they need to find.
I'm just going to freeze at the point of contact
Tom,
once more,
yeah,
Luke.
I'm ready for a conversation, mate, so if you can ping it back to me, please. We've seen enough, and we have a decision I think we want to discuss, please.
Okay, we're ready when you are.
So the camera's back, is it? So first of all, lads, we have foul play, yes. There is head contact, yes, but I'm not seeing as a high level of danger, just a low level of danger. I'm on a yellow card for this.
Agreed. The majority of the force is taken by the body, but there is head contact for me.
So Cody Taylor will go to the bin.
I'll let you know.
An exhaustive search for evidence, and they've finally come up with what they were looking for.
Clear direct head contact, but it's not a high level of danger. That's why it's Teller. We got a few options here.
Personally, I think it's debatable whether it's direct head contact. I think there's lots of mitigating factors in that. Did he actually collect them there in the first instance? He certainly did make some form of contact to the head. So the benchmark has been set. They are, if there's any evidence of something that's slightly high, they will slow it down to absolutely every single point of contact that they can to find something.
New Zealand,
so what they are doing and what they have signalled to New Zealand, both teams, which we have to be aware of, is if it's high, we will find if it's high.
Well, there's any contact at all, Justin. Yeah. Any contact whatsoever. The standard, like you say, has been set. And now the scrutiny is well and truly back on the referee, the assistant referees and the TMO now, that they have to be consistent through the course of the next 68 minutes.
Well, it means that New Zealand are going to have to defend their line without Cody Taylor.
And man, what a show of intent. That was a very kickable three for Sexton.
They go to the line out. Kelleher lobs it down the back, pulled down by James Ryan. Kelleher's got it in the back.
You've had once, mate.
Calling Ireland to use it now, so good defence from the All Black forwards. Gibson Park, nice flat pass to Ringrose. Ireland right out in front of the post now. Numbers away to the right. Doris, powerful loose forward, taken just 5 short of the line. Kelleher. Blackadder had to make the tackle. Here's a great chance for Ireland. They're playing under advantage again. Porter over the ball, but they leave it. Now it's Porter. He'll pick it up and he'll try and drive through the tackle of Brodie Retallick. Again, advantage being played. They go to Sexton now. Archie flings it wide. Keenan. James Lowe. James Lowe scores and Ireland take the lead.
Laid down the challenge, Ireland. Turned down a kickable three. They want more this afternoon, and they got more. The line-out execution was good. The All Blacks' defence from the line-out driving ball was resilient. So then they started having a dig through the big men up front. Stayed patient. They were playing under penalty advantage. And when the opportune time to strike presented itself, Sexton was deep. He got a big wide pass, the injection from Hugo Keenan, the fullback, and then James Lowe still had some work under pressure from Geordie Barrett to finish, but he's good enough.
How much pride will James Lowe take out of that, playing against so many of the players he's seen in New Zealand rugby? He's made his mark in Ireland, and he scores against the All Blacks. They shortened up the defence really well. They celebrate in the coach's box. James Lowe celebrates with the 51,000 at Aviva Stadium.
A reward for Ireland's endeavour. This willingness that they have to use the width of the field. James Lowe, product of Nelson College, hasn't been unanimously received in the Ireland team. He's had a few critics, but really came into his own in the match last week where he was in everything, and he's got Ireland off to a great start. 15 minutes gone, 5-0 the score, and Johnny Sexton approaching 950 points in Test rugby. And a deathly quiet, as always, comes over this stadium. Just veering away to the right, but James Lowe with the first try of the Test match.
What else was outstanding? Not only Johnny Sexton's depth, but also Bundy Archie. The big wide pass needed to be out in front for Hugo Keenan to get outside of Will Jordan. It was timed perfectly.
Let's go then, lads. Let's go, please.
Beauden Barrett with the restart. Down towards the 22, and it's been dropped
Varnish with a knock
by
on.
James Ryan. That's not what Ireland wanted, having just taken the lead, coughing up the ball from the restart.
Tackle! Tackle! Advantage over
Beauden
for the
Barrett
knock on.
goes to ground advantage over from the knock on. Leonard Brown trying to step his way through. Ireland's defence so far has been very good. Joe Moody met by his opposite. Now Whitelock. The All Blacks are going to have to work very hard to break down this Ireland defence. Savia
Tackle!
putting him on the ground as Henderson. Ireland with a counter ruck, but penalised. As the player who made the tackle didn't roll away
You can't go north
correctly.
or south, east to west after a tackle,
it's
please.
good defence from James Ryan, the big second row. Or was it Ian Henderson? One of the two, but
Post call.
basically what the referee's asking him to do is he made a good tackle on Ardie Savia, pulled him backwards, and then when he was asked to release him, watch when he asked to release him, he goes out the back rather than going east to west. He basically goes, well, I'm not at the stadium, he goes north or south, whichever way that is. But by doing that, he's interfering with the All Black cleaners and TJ Perenara, and subsequently all the good work that he did on defence gets penalised.
I think he was a little unfortunate because Nepo Lalala was holding on to him, was almost trying to drag him forward, and he got in no man's land, but in the end he was obstructing the players coming through, so I feel a little bit hard done by, but I think the All Blacks would take the good fortune because that strong defence that Ireland is showing, Marshy, coming forward, continue to put pressure on, and the All Blacks getting no reward on the short side at all. They're looking to switch directions. Ball carriers either side of the ruck. No gain line, no momentum, no space.
Equally, Andy Farrell will be filthy in the box. And just off the back of a try and points, the All Blacks down a man and they shell the kick-off. Subsequently, looks like they're going to concede 3.
Jordie Barrett on target
So if you want the held up more,
with his first shot at goal. Perhaps a bit of fortune about the penalty.
On your feet, you're like going
You can't have either option in.
Yeah, Henderson's got a case here, but he's not going to win. And so it's 5-3. Good response from the All Blacks, aided by the error at the restart by James Ryan. Sexton. Nice and high. Conway to get after it. The All Blacks haven't taken it cleanly. It was Whitelock who got up. That's great chase, though, from Andrew Conway, the man who scored the hat-trick last week against Japan.
I think that's sort of Sam Whitelock's profession. That might have came off his the top of his shoulder. He did what Conway does really well is he gets in the zone there where that ball is. So as he's going up, you can see how much he's in the zone.
Oh, come on.
So because of that, he kind of loses sight of it, Sam Whitelock. Whether or not he's touched that or it's just sort of hit his chest and didn't hit Andrew Conway's arm first is debatable. But what is happening now is the repercussions of the All Blacks being down. Cody Taylor, Dane Coles is having to enter the field for Ethan Blackadder, who's the man that has to sit this out.
You okay?
Well, this is a perfect player to have on, come on in this sort of situation. Dane Coles, his sort of experience, we saw the energy and the determination he brought to the All Blacks performance against Italy last weekend. One of the standout performers.
We need that space.
All of his experience will be caught on over the next few minutes.
Teams, we need that space.
While Cody Taylor is in the bin.
Left of the mark.
But this is just another massive opportunity for Ireland, whose endeavour and understanding of how they want to attack has been so constructive early on in this game.
Looking forward to seeing how they initiate the attack. It's a little harder from scrum from this side of the field to work your options. You can't bring the number 8 into it. It's too difficult with Perenara, etc., hovering around. So this right to left attack is more difficult to get an 8-9, but it also helps bringing right winger Andrew Conway in. Bundy Aki, you would think, would be the guy going hard to the line. Ringrose is more the player with the footwork. What can Johnny Sexton come up with?
Well, the scrum has taken an age to set. The All Blacks won't mind that part of it.
Ball's your mark.
And Ireland not attempting the shove either. Coming in from the wing was Conway, and Barrett's gone down. Didn't come out of that particularly well, Beauden Barrett. Porter. Tackle made by Savia. Can Ireland cash in the remaining moments with Cody Taylor in the bin. No, they can't. An error. Well, that's a bit of wasted time there for Ireland.
Team, I'll do mine, okay? Please. I understand that, but I don't tell your team how to play moves, so please don't tell my team, okay? We don't play referrals. We're doing our job. Wait, careful.
Excuse the language there, everybody. Hey, Coles. Just making sure that he's not letting Johnny Sexton get in the ear of referee Luke Pearce. I tell you, Andrew Conway came real hard off the scrum, big time. Bowden Barrett was the player to come forward. He's the one getting attention in the background. You can see that Perenara sticks his foot out. Conway comes hard at the line, and Barrett gets a shoulder right on the jaw. So you would think subsequently that's going to have him off for an HIA.
You all right?
Good defence from Retallick, manages to dislodge the ball.
He's gone for an HIA, and so that will bring Richie Mo'unga onto the field. It's been bruising, in keeping with the recent encounters between these sides at the Aviva Stadium.
I get it, but if everyone just stays left
Remember
of the
that
mark,
brutal game 2 weeks after the match in Chicago? It was one of the toughest tests many of these players have ever played. And already a lot of blood spilt and some heads knocked, and one of them brings Richie Mo'unga onto the field.
Well, quite clearly, the monumental shift that Ireland have made is changing history. No longer have that monkey on their back of not ever beating the All Blacks. That always weighs heavily on your shoulder, particularly when the test matches are tight. The fact that you haven't got there creates anxiety. That's gone now. You can see with their ambition and the way that they're playing that they know that they're not having to create history anymore. That history has been created. Now it's just about getting out there and winning another test match against the All Blacks. Really enjoying the way and their attitude in playing so far this afternoon.
Well, can they put any heat on the All Black scrum? No, they can't. Quickly off the back was Ardie Savea, got it away to Jordan. I've held him up too, and the ball's not going to come out of there. Sam Whitelock's not happy. He felt that there was a knee on the ground initially from Jordan.
Disagree.
Again, heard the referee said, I disagree.
Well, it was Savea off to Will Jordan. As I mentioned, he's basically 6'2", just under 108 kgs. But the work from blindside flanker, Caelan Doris in particular, he's got the headgear on. Now watch his strength here. Once he's got his hands on it and recognises there was enough time before any knee went to the ground from Will Jordan, he was strong enough to hold him up. Now this is a much better opportunity and have more variation to attack. 8-9 comes into it, James Lowe in behind. Plenty of options for Ireland from here.
Applause in the coach's box from Mike Catt, who was renowned for a defensive play that didn't come off quite so well back in 1995. Part of the coaching staff here. Well, here's a great chance for Ireland. Scrum screwed around. Ireland get the penalty.
All Blacks penalised for swinging the scrum around. Joe Moody's going to ask and say...
I thought 3 was straight, and then you stepped on the outside.
Saying that Joe Moody stepped on the outside.
Oh, Ireland are going for touch again. They've decided they're not going to beat the All Blacks in multiples of 3, so Johnny Sexton puts it into touch. 5 metres from the corner. Cody Taylor makes a timely return along with Ethan Blackadder. And once again, the All Blacks are going to have to roll up their sleeves on defence.
The set piece has been very good so far, so they are backing it. This is how they did it in Chicago. They scored 5 tries against the All Blacks. They know how to do it. They just got to get the execution right.
Hold the 10, please. Hold
Still
the 10.
just the 1 try in the game.
Hold.
Now they work the peel away. Doris back into Kelleher. Ball bouncing away into the hands of Gibson Park, and Ireland look to launch again. Ryan was the man taken just a few metres short of the line. In fact, no, it was Doris. Ryan away to the right, and here he is now, the big lock. Laulala with the tackle. Blackadder quickly out of the way. Furlong wants it. Kelleher goes. Blackadder tries to get hands on the ball. Can't do so.
Yep, ball was out.
Porter. Now it's picked up by Van der Fleer. Penalty. Well, the All Blacks have taken it quickly. They want to get things moving. Was it the right thing to do? Rieko Ioane just trying to change the tempo of the game here, New Zealand.
Hold in front.
Now back they go. Jordan sends a long kick downfield.
Thanks, mate.
But he's kicked it straight to fullback Hugo Keenan. Put on the ground by Papali'i. Jordan in there trying to contest possession, but Ireland have got it. And there's a vacancy out on the wing. Lowe getting involved again. Looking to pop the pass. Finds Conan in support, the number 8. This is good from Ireland again. Ryan with the carry. The All Blacks trying to get hands on the ball, but Ireland recycling. Van der Fleer. Gibson Park just had a little look to the left. Almost breaking through, getting back to his feet and going again is Ringrose. Crowd roaring now. Ireland once more on attack. Gibson Park. Away it goes to Conway. Perenara trying to dispute possession. Oh, does brilliantly. Got every right to give himself a round of applause there. Crowd don't like it, but the All Blacks get a desperately needed penalty.
I think probably because he was quite long in his attempt to turn that over. TJ Perenara. They thought differently, and he manages to salvage the situation. James Lowe on the outside looking incredibly dangerous. The counter-attack from Ireland's good. They really got good width in their game. When Ringrose gets in as a first, second receiver with his footwork, he's dangerous.
Wait for my arms.
So the score remains 5-3. Crowd giving them the hurry up too. And they get up and contest. That's brilliant work from Ryan. Doris going in just a little upright. Trying to hold him up was Mo'unga. So still no sign of Beauden Barrett. Aki using his power in midfield. Gibson Park sensing something away to the left. Now Ringrose, who's run strongly. Papali'i going into contest, but Lowe, he's popping up all over the place. Doris is there to take the short pass. Well, the Irish players down, but they'll soldier on without him. Gibson Park away. Hint of an overlap on the right. Ringrose. We had Conway waiting for a pass outside him. They go to the right again through Aki. This is great pressure from Ireland. Oh, big hit from Perenara.
No, not yet.
On Ian Henderson. And again, the All Blacks having to muscle up on defence. Doris can't find a way through, and he's lost the ball. Away comes Savia. Not a good pass, though. And it dribbles into touch, so the pressure will remain.
I tell you, though, the All Blacks are being asked a massive amount of questions defensively. So far in this game, they've already had to come up with 77 tackles, and most of them are important ones. James Lowe getting himself into the game, coming off his wing.
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Ringrose equally getting
no foul play.
His skill set into the match. They are carrying hard, they're carrying straight, but at the moment, the All Blacks are equally coming forward and knocking them over, but it is taking a lot of energy to do that.
Significant moment in the game here. Jonathan Sexton is the man that is down for Ireland, and he is instrumental with all his experience. He is their captain. He understands what it takes to beat the All Blacks, and he needs to be out on that field. We saw it. We'll see whether it's a collision on his knees, gone to ground. Just watch here, his lower body. Certainly a little bit awkward.
To ground. Yeah.
But this is a critical moment for them because they're playing such good rugby. They are testing the All Blacks in a variety of ways. And the All Blacks, when they've had opportunities to release the pressure, they've decided to take a quick tap 5 metres from their own line. They haven't kicked into touch well. When they did turn it over there, they've thrown it into touch. So the scars, the battle wounds, there'll be plenty of them. But the moment, the momentum and all of it, we saw on the territory statistics, it's all Ireland in the first 30 minutes.
Probably the one concern, as Sexton might speak, getting assessed is for all of this pressure and dominance that they've had in all the statistics. They've turned down very kickable threes for
Wait till everyone's ready, lads. Wait till everyone's ready.
a sharpshooter like Johnny Sexton to go for more, and at the moment, it's not there. It's not at any points for them, so that will be a slight concern.
Fields of Athenry ringing out around the Aviva Stadium. Gary Ringrose receiving more attention, but Henderson now wins the line out. Can they get their drive going? This time they start to move forward, and Kelleher bursts away with it. He's taken just a couple of metres short. Great opportunity here for Ireland again. Can they cash in? Porter, advantage against the All Blacks. They were offside on defence. Furlong! Tadhg Furlong scores! Ireland are in again!
I tell you what, the fans will be absolutely jubilant. They are on their feet. If there was a roof on the stadium, it would be lifted off right now, because they are outstanding at the moment, Ireland. They are on a roll. They are backing themselves, and everything that they have been putting on the All Blacks has created opportunities. They haven't nailed them up until this point, where they go hard with a good drive. He bounces out of the ruck, does Kelleher, goes just short from there. There's a couple of digs at the line, and then when it goes to the big tight head,
Time off.
Tadhg Furlong, he's too big and hard to stop.
Well, they're going to check this. They're now talking about possible obstruction.
Tom, is that the clips, yeah? Yeah, it's okay, mate. I'm ready for a chat if you want to.
Yeah, ready when you're ready.
So the ball carrier goes in, he's tackled, and a bit of momentum, first of all, takes him further. What he can't then do is use his knees to propel himself that extra yard, which takes the Jackalers out of play. So he can't do that. It's a penalty. Are we in agreement?
Oh, try's going to be
Just
wiped
to be
out.
sure, we didn't have the offside before that, did we? That's the first offence.
So it is the first offence. The offside came from that breakdown.
That's fine, no problem. So penalty on the where that happened back here.
5 metre line.
Well, once again, this rather forensic process.
So the first one's fine. What he can't do the second time is then propel himself forward. But the offside was after that, so it goes to New Zealand here. That's fine. Thanks, mate. Yeah, penalty. Penalty back. Yes, it is.
Well, all these stoppages, the game has been in progress for 40 minutes, and we've had 30 minutes of play, and a lot of it has been taken up with these, well, what Luke Pearce is calling chats.
Well, look, the way that they are officiating in that part of the world is the TMO is effectively a second ref.
Well, boys.
And that's unfortunate for the game, because they're going to pick up on every single tiny little detail. This, however, you know, it happens a lot in the game.
Inside New
It's the
Zealand.
barest little nudge forward, really, isn't it?
Don't pull, please. Okay, now use it. Under advantage for the knock-on. Advantage
Perenara
over.
with the All Blacks playing under advantage, which
Ball
I think
backwards.
will end now. And now that's been lost and picked up in an offside position, in fact, on the ground by Ian Henderson.
He did nothing. Number one, don't play a player off the ball, please.
Oh, no, he's got Porter for playing someone off the ball.
There's so much intensity, there's so much tension, and Luke Pearce at the moment, they've put themselves right in the middle of this game, but the players themselves are putting themselves by questioning him on every single call. It's time for both teams to get on and play. The All Blacks want to, Ireland want to.
Hold the 10, please.
Yes, he's repeatedly being asked to review just about every tackle, it seems. So what can the All Blacks do now? They've absolutely dodged a bullet. Papali'i now spots some open space. He's got Taylor with him, and Cody Taylor will put the All Blacks in front.
And quick as a flash, the All Blacks, who have been completely shut out the game, they show that through working a little bit of genius off the back of the line out, that they can strike, and they can strike incredibly lethal. Ireland slightly switch off, and they will hurt you big time. It's a nice take from Retallick. He brings it down. Papali'i off the back, finds himself on a huge gaping hole. Cody Taylor, who was the thrower at the front, run his roll back on the inside, and he's got speed and had an open line. No one was going to stop him.
We know Test match rugby can be about momentum shifts, and this has been a huge play in the game. Not just moments ago, Ireland with celebrating a second try. The All Blacks on the back of 2 plays as the coaching staff celebrate.
Fine, thanks,
They
mate.
scored their first try, and the team now that is in charge is the All Blacks on the scoreboard, and they'll be asking themselves, how's that just happened, given the first 30 minutes of this Test match?
Well, it's not untypical. You give them one chance, they take it. Geordie Barrett, and this wonderful respect that the Irish crowds always show. There's a charge coming at him. The kick sails between the posts. And just like that, the All Blacks turn a deficit into a 10-5 lead.
Just watch Papali'i. He looks and sees the defence, comes up quickly. The hooker, Kelleher, leaves the space, and Cody Taylor is in support. Just tuning in, Beauden Barrett has failed an HIA. He will not return, so Richie Mo'unga will remain on the field and drive the All Blacks for the rest of the Test match.
So after more than half an hour of dominance from Ireland, it's the All Blacks who have the lead. Reece
New
taken,
Zealand.
tackled by Porter.
9, you've had it. Yes, they are.
Again, a lot of shouting at the referee as the kick goes high. Nicely taken. He's an impressive player, Hugo Keenan, the fullback. They've had some great ones over the years, Ireland. Good, strong tackle being made by Moody on Van der Fleer. But Ireland have it just inside their own half. Porter does well there. Moves it on to Sexton. Porter was in a bit of difficulty. Now referee plays advantage. More complaining this time from Sexton. And he gets a result.
Stop, please.
Oh, here we
Captain.
go again.
Sam. Johnny, thank you. Thanks. Lads, I don't want all this. Sam, very clear warning. Had a penalty against number 2 earlier on for a late hit, and then a penalty for this guy being taken off the ball. Got to be better disciplined, okay? Tell your team, please. No, Sam. Have a word, please. Just let him speak to him. Listen, mate. You don't want the commentary. You don't want the commentary.
Well, Sexton, he's playing a bit angry at the moment, isn't he?
Mate. Sorry to be fussy.
Look,
Okay, to play New Zealand.
he's obviously the general for Ireland, and you always try to
Ready to
niggle
go.
players to make sure that they are slightly aware that you're there and put your key decision makers off the game if you can. Now, the All Blacks quite clearly have taken Johnny Sexton out a few times. Cody Taylor spent some time in the bin for doing it illegally. They're just trying to get under his skin. But they've just got to be careful now that referee Luke Pearce is also watching it, because he's feeling that it's... Yeah, and that's just unnecessary, to be fair.
Absolutely.
I don't take umbrage with that penalty. That's silly.
It's a fair call, but I think the referee was onto it. Again, Ryan.
Through the mark.
Gibson Park now, Sexton onto Archie. Low tackle made by Leonard Brown, but they recycle quickly and they're creating space on the left again. Here's Lowe. Tackle made by Ioane, but once more Ireland attacking the All Black line. Ryan waiting for it. They go beyond him to Henderson, try to wheel in the tackle.
No, wait.
All Blacks again having to defend. Coming slowly for Ireland. Kelleher has a dig.
On the line.
Very close to the line. Porter has a go. No way through for him. All Black forwards having to peel off. Bunch of Irish players away to the right. Archie trying to crunch his way through. Tackle made by Moong, and now they come back to the left, and big Jack Conan, the Lions number 8. Henderson goes low. All Blacks holding, but can they continue to hold? Van der Fleer Here's a chance on the left. Sexton, just short.
Away, the line! The line, New Zealand!
Still coming for Ireland.
No, they're not.
Porter over the ball. Lowe wants it. Porter has a go. Savia can't reach over and contest.
Use it!
Again, they're using their forwards to try and crash the ball over the line. They're getting very close.
Short still, the line.
He says they're short. The All Blacks trying to counter-ruck here.
No hands. The
Coming
line.
very slowly for Ireland. And eventually it's pounced on by Whitelock. Lost by Ireland.
Under pressure, so knock-on advantage.
This is great defence from the All Blacks. And Perenara scrambles the kick away. Doesn't find touch though. James Lowe. Tackle had to be made by Mo'unga. Well, that kick needed to go into touch just to give the All Blacks a breather. They're back on defence again. Sexton, this time looking for some width. Ringrose. Well, this is great pressure from Ireland and fantastic defence from New Zealand. Gibson Park, bit of space here for Conan. The offload, oh, Gibson Park has lost it. And this time, TJ Perenara puts it into touch.
Oh. Everybody stand up and breathe. Outstanding. Line out from Ireland, put them in some space. But the All Blacks from there on in, when they got into that space, this was it. James Lowe went so close off that line out. And then it was just bruising, physical, battering away at the line. Ireland were good with the ball. They showed good discipline, but equally the All Blacks' goal line defence was simply out of this world. Forces the mistake twice. Once a knock-on, Perenara couldn't find touch. That time, Jamieson Gibson Park can't hold the short ball, and the All Blacks survive.
Okay, so we're going to be substitute on this one, are we?
Remarkable defence from the All Blacks. Disappointment for Ireland to go so close, just millimetres away. There may be a change coming. The defence. And David Havili is on the field. For Anton Leonard-Brown. So early in this test match, there have been changes.
Thanks.
Try and get an update on what Leonard-Brown has done, but the All Blacks desperate to get to the sheds at half-time. They've been under all sorts of pressure. They're leading on the scoreboard. Well, look, but Ireland have been the better team in the first 40.
Look at that tackle stat.
New Zealand.
That is incredible. 145 tackles for the All Blacks. Only 37 Ireland have had to make.
Just a few spots of rain starting to fall now. Under Flair has it.
Advantage.
And again, the referee playing advantage. Lowe, who's been given licence to pop up wherever he chooses. The dangerous Keenan spinning through the first tackle.
Still advantage.
Henderson takes it to ground. If the All Blacks can survive this, they'll be very happy to go in with a half-time lead after this relentless pressure that they've been under in the first half.
Second advantage.
Again, advantage being played. Sexton, key, the pass out the back. Havili quickly up on him to snuff it out, though. Gibson Park. Well, he wanted to go left, then got the call to go right. Not a great pass from Sexton. Van der Fleer brushes off the first tackle, though. Conway. All Reese can do to get him to ground. Lowe. He's just been everywhere. And a penalty. Well, what are they going to do this time? They've got time for a line out. And maybe another crack at the All Black line.
Thank you.
I struggle to think of a better half of rugby Ireland have played.
Offside, 13.
Or any team have played against the All Blacks in a long time to be behind on the scoreboard. It's incredible. They've made the All Blacks have to make 150 tackles. They've dominated possession and territory by 3/4. 68 to 70. They're all over the All Blacks, and yet they're still behind. I think that's why they are asking for more. Three's not enough for how dominating they've been.
Well, a rather weary-looking Sexton. He's taken some knocks. Being targeted by the All Blacks, no question, in the first half. But they go to the line out. They've turned down 2 or 3 kickable penalties.
Well, think about the mentality from both sides here. If Ireland can score here, they'll go in incredibly buoyant. The All Blacks, if they can keep them out equally.
Hold the 10, please. Hold the 10.
Well, this time it's not taken cleanly. Well, they have really, I think they've blown this in a way, Ireland. All the dominance. There was a chance there to have the last say in the first half, close it up to 2. They rolled the dice on a line out. It hasn't come off, and somehow, through some quite incredible defence, the All Blacks lead at half-time by 10-5.
Welcome into our Sky studio at halftime at Aviva Stadium. It is 10-5 to the All Blacks. The All Blacks under the pump for 40 minutes of intense rugby. Sir John Kirwan, Mils Muliaina, so much going on in that first half to digest.
Oh, how good.
Yeah.
What a test match, Mills. Everything. Yellow cards, real intense from Ireland. All Blacks winning. What, they've had one chance, Mills?
One chance, that's it. One chance, and they made them pay for it. No possession, no territory. It's all been Ireland so far, but some great defence from the All Blacks and some great endeavour also from the Irish team.
Bodie Barrett goes off with an HIA, fails it. Richie Mo'unga's on for the rest of the game. Dane Coles comes on with a few words as well, but yellow card to Cody Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I think the refs are being a little bit pedantic, to be fair. I mean, we don't want anyone to touch the head, but I don't think there was any intent. And then even the Irish try that was disallowed, Mills, you know, there seems to be too many voices out there from the players. I mean, Sexton seems to be the other ref. So I think both sides just need to settle down and leave the ref alone and let him referee.
I think in this instance, they try to find every sort of angle to try and make sure that there was sort of head contact. I think he initially went in there with his chest and it sort of swung up, because that's the initial reaction as it comes around. You know, he did clip his head. I understand, I know what you're saying, and the players are actually getting frustrated by the fact that they're going upstairs. That furlong try that was disallowed, I don't know whether that was necessary to go up there, but I think that some of the players are really getting frustrated by some of the calls.
Yeah, and look, it's really intense out there. It's physical. You know, the Irish are throwing everything at them. And I think the All Blacks will go in at halftime really, really pleased, right? Everything's gone against them. You have to train for
really
it.
Pleased. They'll be
well, they'll be pleased. You know, they'll be pleased. Barrett's gone off. You know, they've had a yellow card. Anton Lienert-Brown's gone off. I mean, if you're going to plan for adversity, that's it.
Yeah, well, there is a lot to get stuck into right after this, but first and foremost, a wee reminder for you, we are almost there, New Zealand, almost at that 90% fully vaccinated mark to protect us against COVID-19. It's not too late to get your first shot today. Look up where you can get vaccinated, covid19.gov.nz. In 2 weeks, you can get your third vaccination, and then give it 2 weeks and you'll be fully protected right in time for summer. Welcome back, and what a test we have on our hands. It is halftime at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, and somehow the All Blacks have withstood the pressure and they're ahead, JK.
Yeah, and against the run of play, you'll see here Cody Taylor infringement. They took 4 hours to make that decision and 300 looks at it, but they did come up with an interesting decision, and here Mills just shorter numbers.
Oh, beautiful pass too from Bunty Aki. I think that made the moment. He got him on the outside. James Lowe gets over for that first try. So the endeavour also from the Irish team has been outstanding. They've turned down points, shots at goal. This one here, JK, just having to come back furlong. He was unlucky then, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's harsh. You know, you've got to feel sorry for them. Everyone does it, probably just a little bit too obvious, and they really got out of jail, the All Blacks there. You know, you can't double movement on the ground, so
5 metre line.
You know, once again, I don't know who's talking to the ref, whether it's Sexton making the decision or the TMO, but there is a lot of chatter out there. But then this, Mills off the back, the two props just get frozen.
After a mountain of tackling, defence, no Pearl, one opportunity, and this is what comes of it. Outstanding work.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing seeing Dalton Papali'i and Cody Taylor run like that. Let's take a look at the stats at half-time and the numbers. There are some massive numbers here, JK.
158 tackles, and you could see at the end of the game the All Blacks were really out on their feet. You cannot defend for so long, Mills, without it actually costing.
I actually thought the Irish look out on their feet a little bit too. I mean, they're running hard. The All Blacks are making tackles, and you'd think that the All Blacks, you know, considering they're making all those tackles, would be out on their feet. But I think they're getting some inroads here. The key is now to making sure they get some ball and some territory.
Well, talking about ball, Ireland have had a lot of it. What have you made of their attack, JK, their go forward?
They've just been really, really determined early. It seems like what they wanted to do was run hard, run into that zone that you're seeing there, and just really put the All Blacks under pressure. The last quarter of the game, they're taking it out the back door a wee bit more, trying to get around that block. You know, something that you notice with the Irish is they are just really, really winning that contact at the moment and just getting in behind us, which gives them this roll on, which you can see, Mills. But really, really, like you said, you know, having a dig.
They're mixing it up really nicely. I mean, they've got big, hard forwards that run really hard. Even your decoy runners, the ability to be able to check some of those the All Black defenders and hold them so they don't drift off, that's been the key. And then they've gone back door, and they've just shown some silky skills also. You know, Johnny Sexton there, Bundy Aki, he was very influential in that first try in terms of putting it on a plate. So they're mixing that up nicely. They just need points.
They've been putting the All Blacks under a lot of pressure as well, JK, with that rush defence, and you called it before the match even started.
Yeah, we just haven't had enough ball to try and change our game. Kicking early, you know, trying to get that fast line speed. We knew they'd bring it. You know, Barrett early, kick passes that just about came off, but we just haven't had the possession. So at halftime they'll be talking about that, Mills. We need more ball to actually start breaking down their defence.
It's tough to shape your game when you haven't got possession, haven't got territory. So when you get a little bit of feel of it, you're getting the feel of that rush defence. But then when you're deprived of ball and territory, it's so hard to get yourself into the game. So they're trying little wee things. TJ Perenara tapping the ball, you know, when they've just turned it over and going quickly. Trying things like that to try and up-tempo their game because they haven't had that position, which is really key.
Well, don't forget, tomorrow morning, the T20 World Cup, the Trans-Tasman battle in the desert between New Zealand and Australia for the grand finale. 3 a.m, set your alarms. More of this to come. Great to have you joining us here at Sky Studio. Well, it is half-time. Players making their way back out onto the field. The All Blacks leading 10 points to 5 over Ireland, but a couple of force changes already in the half, JK. Anton Leonard-Brown off and his day is done. Havili on and Richie Mo'unga too.
Yeah, look, and everything's gone. You know, adversity all through the first half. The bench is going to be really, really important today, but the All Blacks will be wanting field position and possession.
Well, we'll get more from you two after the match, but time now to go to our commentators, Jeff Wilson, Justin Marshall and Tony Johnson.
Kia ora, Kirsty. No mai, hoki mai, welcome back. What an epic 40 minutes we have seen. And you can expect more of the same. What a test match this is. Johnny Sexton alongside the referee, Luke Pearce, who's had a lot to do with things in the first half. So Ireland probably couldn't believe that they were behind at half-time, but they are.
New Zealand.
Kick-off taken down by Sam Whitelock. So New Zealand forced to reshuffle. More on that in a moment. Perenara puts the kick up, but this guy has been terrific. Hugo Keenan just tripping over one of his own players there. But Ireland have it.
Hold in front.
And they go to the air. Sexton's kick, towering one. Barrett.
Good contest,
again,
both hands on the ball.
Challenged in the air, but it was a really good contest. You heard the referee say it. Richie Mo'unga looking for a bit of field position. They had none of it in the first half, New Zealand. Mo'unga this time runs it out. And Geordie Barrett, well, this time hooking the kick. I'm not sure that was his intention. Conway with a chip, but that's not well directed either. Geordie Barrett this time decides to run, eludes the first, gets it back to halfway.
No, let it go now. No.
Needs the support of Whitelock there to make sure the ball comes back on the New Zealand side. Perenara wanted it quickly. Now Havili. So the All Blacks kicking early in the second half, but the Irish have been equal to pretty much everything that's come their way via airmail. New Zealand, well, looking for a turnover, but incurring a penalty.
I can't reward any jackal if there's players in the way.
I've pulled him down, though.
I know, but you're still in the road. You can't jackal if that's the case.
Well, he certainly has been front and centre in this game. It has to be said that he's come under, I think, undue pressure from the players. Constant chat coming his way, but I'm sure his performance will be talked about after this one.
All Blacks getting very little reward, Justin, from their kicking game right now. Nothing contestable, not getting the ball back, not able to counter-ruck, and actually just conceding possession. The All Blacks need to make some sort of adjustment to try and control some territory.
Hold the turns, please.
Totally agree.
Once more, Ryan wins the line out. They're not driving it. They go to Archie. Nice little wrap-around move. And here's Lowe again. The two wingers combining, and the hot-stepping Andrew Conway held up off the ground initially.
No.
Blacks thinking about a counter-ruck. Well, the early stages of the second half, you think it'll be crucial. Can Ireland find their way back into the lead? But already the All Blacks having to make a lot of tackles. Gibson Park pops it up. Van der Fleer is there. The crowd roaring once more. Ringrose did well to hang on to that and drive ahead in the tackle. Just a couple of metres from the line. Lowe looking for his second. Gibson Park. All Blacks lining up on their own goal line. Kellaway. He's over. The hooker scores. Ronan Kelleher the try. And it's all tied up again.
Simply sensational. They have started the second half as they basically dominated the whole of the entire first half. The attack has balance, it has subtleties, it has transition runners. Sexton orchestrating it. Lowe getting off his wing. The footwork of both Conway, Ringrose and Keenan. Those back four are causing all sorts of problems. They're breaking tackles now, which they weren't in the first half. The All Blacks under fatigue. James Lowe goes close. They stay patient here. And then when they get to that pivotal moment, this time the All Blacks can't hold on because hooker Ronan Kelleher has too much momentum behind him and the Irish strike early.
And they deserve it because their attack has been the best of anyone against this All Blacks defence in 2021. They may not have scored more than the 2 tries so far, but they have had the All Blacks under pressure for the first 44 minutes of this game. And as Johnny Sexton tries to get them back in front, they'll obviously take confidence in their game, their belief. You talked about it, Justin. We were there in 2018. They got the momentum behind them. They got the crowd behind them, and it led them to another famous victory. Could that happen again tonight?
The crowd behind them, but all silent now as Johnny Sexton, well, he missed a penalty from a spot just like this against the All Blacks in that famous nail-biter in 2012. And he's missed this one too. It goes off the upright.
Well, I have to say, the attack is simply mesmerising. The ability that Ireland have to throw so many different situations and players at that All Black defensive line is causing them all sorts of headaches at the moment. The balance is incredible.
So it's 10-all. Ireland 2 tries to 1. Jack Conan, the number 8, takes the ball from the restart. Squandered maybe opportunities for points late in the first half, Ireland.
Tackle!
But they won't be worried about that now.
He can't do much more than that. Hold in front.
Go to Lowe for the kick, and he's got a tremendous left foot, James Lowe. All Black kicking out of hand hasn't been great so far in this game. And Geordie Barrett, he's banged that one deep. And Johnny Sexton eventually takes it just out from the goal line. He hasn't found touch. Ball sits up, Sevu. Reese is there. Will they pay for that? Reese. Well, it's a rather hasty pass away. Jordan came close in the first half. Now Mo'unga, the All Blacks heavily reliant on the high kick. And Lowe hasn't taken that one. But Keenan is there. Skies it downfield. Richie Mo'unga Gets the call from Geordie Barrett, decides to open things up. Here's Ioane looking to step and accelerate. The defence was good. The number 8, Conan, making the tackle. Retallick, a little show of the ball, and then the offload away to Nepo Laulala. Mo'unga, lovely hands, left behind by Jordan, but not knocked on. Oh no, he said it was. Initially I thought he was going to play on. And got the call overall from the man on the sideline, I think, here.
Mate, your player said to me he knocked it on, so... He stopped the play. Play to the whistle, boys.
And there's the shift on from Mo'unga. And he's certainly not knocked that on, Will Jordan, so... They've got a bit of a rough one there, the All Blacks.
No, Luke Pearce is just saying that
it's going to be your scrum,
the player...
Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, the ball clear right backwards. It's going to be your scrum.
So no one's actually blown a whistle. No one's actually communicated it's been knocked on. Will Jordan's just stopped
Everyone
playing.
stopped. We're going to start with a New Zealand scrum. It's definitely a
I don't think
knock-on.
I've ever seen this.
New Zealand scrum.
New Zealand stopped playing because they thought it was a knock-on.
Number 4,
Everyone
green
stopped
change.
playing, said we'll have a scrum New Zealand ball.
So everyone just stopped playing, and I said call back.
Well, what we did see, yeah,
well,
we just have to move on, don't we? What we did see was...
He dropped the ball, he's given it up.
Just a little bit of a glimpse of where the All Blacks, because of that rush defence, the likes of Ringrose, they're coming a long way in. It was Ringrose that came in and tackled Mo'unga. There is space on the outside, and Jordan was in space. They just need to make sure that they're not panicking to get the ball there, but it was some hope that they can find some space outside and get out around this Irish defence.
He's been outstanding, Ian Henderson, tonight. Really, really good. He's done a great job. Here's the unusual play. He's been replaced by Tariq Byrne, but everyone stopped. And then Luke Pearce blows the whistle, but there actually hadn't been a mistake or an error made. So an unusual situation. We'll restart and get the game going again.
Hold the space.
But the All Blacks' attack has been limited. And they've had to kick the ball away on a number of occasions. Can they build some attack?
Crouch.
Just one last word on it. Both the man on the sideline and the referee signalled that the ball had gone backwards. Somehow the All Blacks end up with a scrum out of it. And well, a bit of heat coming on from Ireland, but they managed to clear it away. Ioane, not too many opportunities, and that's a loose pass. Reese has to go back and puts a hopeful kick up. And that's going to expose the All Blacks out on the left. Lowe, though, decides to go up the middle. Well, that was untidy again, and the All Blacks undernumbered on that side of the field. Sexton decides to keep the pressure on by driving the grubber kick into the 22.
10 minutes. Hold the 10, Ireland.
Shortened All Black line out. Papali'i in the halfback position. And they lob it down the back to Ethan Blackadder. Cody Taylor comes in. Try to drive it away. Not making any headway. They go to the short side. Perenara. Well, the All Blacks taking risks, playing the ball deep inside their own territory because it can always be a mistake. And they do well to get out of this. Artie Savia, Joe Moody it was with the fumble.
Back on side, Ireland.
Just a lack of composure here at the moment from the All Blacks, and TJ Perenara scrambles the kick away from touch.
Didn't hit one.
They just need to be more disciplined there, the All Blacks. They tried to be creative, but Perenara earlier was set to kick. He decided to have a bit of a dig around the blind side. That got them over the 22, which also forced Sevu Reece to play halfback, and it nearly went all wrong, big time.
It was actually knocked forward by an Irish hand as well. They go to the line out, involving their wingers as much as possible. That was Conway coming in from the line. They always seem to have an extra number. Punching it up the middle. Here's the big run from Doris. Caelan Doris puts Ireland in front. Stunning try by Ireland.
Oh, what a moment. They worked it off the tail of the line out really well. Bundy Aki went into the midfield. He got over the advantage line, and the presentation of the ball was outstanding. And then Caelan Doris was that runner coming off Jamison Gibson Park. And like they've done all day, they've run with heart and they've run with intent. There's the next hit up. Jamison Gibson Park's in there. Around comes the blind side. He gets through the tackle on a fend. And he goes through. Oh, my goodness, what a moment for Ireland.
The All Blacks paying the price for having to spend so much time on defence, having to make so many tackles. Simple working around the corner with good angles as Sexton knocks over the conversion. Ireland are in control. The All Blacks are reeling at Aviva Stadium. It was beautifully done. The acceleration, TJ Perenara had held on the short side. There was no sweeper in the back. And Ireland celebrate a famous try.
And it was the angle. He came from the outside in, and Cody Taylor didn't pick him up. And he went on the inside of that of him as a defender and brushed him aside with a fend.
Goes back to New Zealand's inability to get themselves out of their own 22. Cody Taylor trying to make amends for a missed tackle. Mo'unga.
No,
but Ireland now, a scoreline that even just in a small way reflects the way they've played in this game. Reese. Perenara, but it's not good ball. It was a slow pass and it was left behind. Again, the All Blacks making mistakes. And this is going to be a stunning kick.
Wow, what a kick. Jamison Gibson Park starting to orchestrate along with Johnny Sexton. He's got good hard runners coming off him. Laulala takes his eye off the ball. Yes, the pass was on his shoulder, but he was looking at the defenders, what you sometimes want to do when they're coming at you hard and fast and knocking you over. It was a catastrophic mistake because Jamison Gibson Park hit the ball on the top of the ball, which gets that propelling motion forward and puts it out deep into the All Blacks 22.
And it's Irish ball, remembering a 50-22, so they get the line-out drive.
Well, it looks like the All Blacks have completely changed out their front row, but it's an Irish throw. It's a brilliant kick from Jamison Gibson Park. An opportunity now to take a very firm grip on this game.
Through the mark.
They haven't been able to drive the ball away, but they've got to watch Kelleher. All Blacks trying to hold him up.
Yeah, and he stole it in the air.
Oh, it's been ripped away, so an immediate impact by Dane Coles. And David Havili, well, he hasn't put the ball into touch. Conway drops it, but no harm done. Havili with the tackle on him, but here come Ireland again. Furlong is taking one for the team now. Ryan, who's been magnificent. Furlong, Aki, short ball away to burn the replacement. He'll add some mobility to their pack. They're just dominating. Sexton moves it on. Ryan again taking it to ground. Those short passes, the offloads are really hurting New Zealand because they just keep having to make more tackles. Keenan put on the ground. Ball's been knocked away. That's a penalty. David Havili. Well, you've got to be careful in a situation like that with pressure building. It's just a penalty, but a chance for Ireland to stretch their lead.
Oh, but it is so good to watch. Look at this from the tie Ted Furlong. And as mentioned, the way that Sexton just hovers around in behind those runners, so if they don't feel under pressure from the defender, Sexton's there just to pop the little pass into space. And then the runners from outside in, they're coming on all sorts of angles. It's causing the All Blacks problems to be able to try and shut them down. They're getting on the outside, they're getting through the second defender on the outside shoulder, and they're also making errors and judgments defensively. And the fact that they now, through Havili being offside, have to face another three is just evidence of how much pressure they're under.
The variety of their attack you're talking about, Justin, is just so impressive, whether it's a tip-on from one forward to another, a forward to a back looping around. Like you say, you saw an angle change which led to a try just before to Caelan Doris. So you look at their whole attack. It's just built nicely. It's accurate. Gibson Park's been really good from A to B, getting from breakdown to breakdown. But this pressure is starting to get reward on the scoreboard. And that's what Ireland need to get. For all of the great play they've done, they need to be in control of this test match. The All Blacks will come back at them, but they themselves have had very little attacking opportunity.
Change of mind now for Ireland. In the first half, they were going for the maximum, but now they sense a chance to keep building scoreboard pressure, make the All Blacks chase the game, which is something they're not doing particularly well at the moment. So Sexton this time isn't going to miss. It's 20 to 10.
Yeah, chucking him a pocket.
I certainly think the All Blacks need some ball inside Ireland's half. That's very evident. I like the kick-off before. Jordie Barrett on the right of Mo'unga and just short. That got them some reward before. I hope they go there again. They're not.
Taken down by this impressive number 8, Jack Conan, who started all 3 tests of the British and Irish Lions series in South Africa. Jamison Gibson Park playing against the country of his birth, having a tremendous game, but that's a great take from Jordie Barrett. And Perenara puts a little kick ahead, off to the races they go now. Gibson Park just gets to it ahead of Sevu Reece. It'll be a 5-metre scrum, I think.
You reckon he was over the line?
Or was he over the line?
I don't. Head on. Sorry, man. 2 seconds. Tommy, just want to check what we started with, please.
Okay, checking restart. Bear with me.
Both players are quite adamant that it should be their way, so we better get it right.
Okay, just bear with us, please.
No worries.
Either way for Ireland, it's either going to be a line dropout or a 5-metre scrum. I'm sure they prefer the line dropout.
Just trust me and my process with my team, please.
Excellent.
Of course you are. But you can't
Jordie
ask me
Barrett
to refer things.
commands the air.
There's a very clear difference,
That
Johnny.
led to TJ Perenara sneaking around the blind side on his favourable side with his left foot.
It's coming your way now.
A really nice little kick in between the defenders. That's excellent.
Yeah,
Sevu Reece, as he
always
will, chasing hard, and that's very good. Well, it looks like Sevu Reece's hand got
Luke, we're just going to slow that down.
to it first. Possibly a knock on.
I think Sevu Reece has tried to score a try with downward pressure.
Just waiting for the angle, Luke. Just bear with me, please. We're going to show that same angle again.
Certainly onside, and it was a race.
Yeah, it's really tight. It looks as if it might go forward from
He
Black
did so
on
well,
first,
didn't he,
Luke,
Gibson
but just
Park,
bear
because he
with
got
me.
himself between Sevu Reece and the ball. He probably didn't have the speed, but his body angle was great.
So he's trying to score the try here.
I think Sevu Reece has got
knocked on by Black in the field of play.
Yeah. So it's a knock on by Black in the field of play.
Well, we're just going to check whether it's the field of play or whether it's over the goal line, because obviously that'll affect the restart.
Sometimes you just need some things to go your way. Just little things to beat the All Blacks. They've been the better team, Ireland. But what you do know is the All Blacks are going to keep pushing. And one play like this, whether or not they get the scrum, whether it's a goal line dropout, ball looks as though it's in play. I think it's definitely knocked on by Sevu Reece in play. It'll be a 5-metre scrum.
It's actually knocked on over the just on top of the goal line. It's not clearly in the field of play, so go with the goal line dropout.
Fine, so not in goal, not in play, it's a goal line dropout, correct?
Dane Coles has decided it's a scrum.
1 second.
I think it's going to be a goal line dropout here. Goal line dropout.
He's going to be disappointed.
He's closer to the screen than we are.
though, isn't it? Like, the fact that the opposition...
It looks well and truly in play for me.
Yeah.
It's
well in
half
play.
a metre.
Well, they never showed that angle, though, did they?
I'm not sure yet. What do you reckon?
What would you prefer, Marshy? If you're Ireland, do you want the scrum?
The scrum's been good.
Sorry, Luke, that angle
Still,
suggests it's in
you've
the
got to
field
play
of
your
play,
way
so
out
it'll
and
be
get
a
the
5-metre
touch.
scrum.
Well, eventually, we're going to get the scrum. Somewhat belatedly, they've come up with a conclusive angle. It was a knock-on by Sevu Reece. Dane Coles was right.
As long as your scrum's solid, Jeff, I think, and it has been for Ireland, I think you certainly want to control your own exit. Like the line dropout is speculative. It enables the All Blacks to get some shape, which they would have practiced before. They obviously can't kick it directly out here. They can just phase a couple of times and then resettle the game if they get the platform.
Have to be accurate at the clean-up if you're going to carry. The other side of it for the All Blacks is do not give away a penalty.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to put pressure on, but you don't want to concede a penalty and let them relieve that pressure so easily.
If you're going to give them an out, give them a tough out. Don't give them an easy one. Jamison Gibson Park.
Start again.
Born on Great Barrier Island in the Hauraki Gulf. What a game he is having.
You two. Better than that. Come on.
A completely new front row for the All Blacks. Lomax. Coles is on.
Wait for my call. Wait for my call on Bind as well.
Let's just see if that makes a difference. Ireland held really strong in the first half.
Crouch. Bind. Set. 9, go.
He didn't want to put it in initially.
Ireland.
Well, they come away with it. Aki, who better to give it to? Havili tried to hold him up.
Hold on, please.
Now, who's going to clear it? Well, looks like Gibson Park.
That's very good.
Yeah, great kick.
That's an excellent exit by Bundy Aki. The width of the pass to get way out to create the angle was outstanding, and then the kick was equally as good. That's how you want to exit. Textbook.
This is the same midfield combination that Ireland fielded in that wonderful game in 2018 when they beat the All Blacks. Aki and Ringrose, they have both been very good, but here's a change.
Significant change. You talked about experience before the game, TJ. Peter Marnie is an outstanding loose forward. Change at hooker as well. Rob Herring coming on. These guys have been really good. Van der Fleer's had a great game.
Well, one of the toughest players in the game, Peter O'Mahony. The All Blacks work a move at the front of the line out. Coles. Now Mo'unga. David Havili, as he's done so often this year, just trying to crash the ball into the midfield defence, and he's lost it. They've turned it over. Now trying to step out his way through the defensive line was Hugo Keenan, the fullback, who's been another very impressive player. Furlong. But the All Blacks again guilty of giving away the ball. Sexton tries a kick. It's not his best work. Sevu Reece been trying desperately to get himself into the game. This time puts up a high one, but Johnny Sexton's there, throws the pass away, and Keenan, as he's tackled, sends it downfield. Well, they're making the All Blacks play from deep. Geordie Barrett sends a long kick down, trying to get it beyond James Lowe. Well, it sits up beautifully. He's having one of those days, I think, James Lowe. Not taken cleanly by Barrett, but good body position, ensuring that the ball went behind him. Lowe. And eventually the ball sails over the touchline. The Irish are saying they're quite happy if the All Blacks keep kicking the ball to them. Now they get up and challenge the line out. Gibson Park comes away with, sends a huge pass. Well, Keenan can't get his way past David Havili, but set-piece issues now for the All Blacks, losing a line out when they desperately need the ball. Geordie Barrett, he thought about lobbing it into himself. Ireland at the moment are just controlling this beautifully.
And just the All Black rhythm's a little bit broken. Dysfunctional line out. Some of the kicking is just going for territory. It's not conducive to winning the ball back or putting the opposition under pressure. And Ireland are just what they're very good at doing at the moment, making good decisions quickly from Coles.
But you saw there, Akira Ioane is on in jersey 20. What can he do to change things? Ardie Savea driving ahead. Ireland just haven't had to make anywhere near the number of tackles the All Blacks have now. A bit of space for Will Jordan. Puts the kick ahead. All Blacks chasing after it. Rieko Ioane's got it, and Will Jordan's going to score.
I am in live play, but we'll just give Tom a second to work it out.
Well, hold the tickets because he wants to check this one too. But the magic man, Will Jordan, strikes again.
It was quick, smart from the line out.
The try's been awarded. Just let my mate just chalk it, make sure it's all good, okay?
He's not explaining what they're looking for, but they'll find something probably.
Well, yeah.
Just take time off
Is
for me.
that what it's about now? Just looking for reasons not to award a try?
You've got to wonder.
Just make sure 13 is not clearly in front. We don't review it. A try stands. All
agreed, Luke. That's fine, yeah.
Okay, so they're happy. So we can move on, thankfully, and talk about how good that has been. The All Blacks, like I said, Coles went quickly. Ireland hadn't adjusted. It went on to Mo'unga, the wide pass, and then into space, and the magic man of the moment, Will Jordan, who can create absolutely anything. The chip over the top, the bounce of the ball for Ioane, back inside to Jordan, and quick as a flash, the All Blacks hurt you big time again.
Well, Jordie Barrett converts the try, and for all the problems that they've been having, the All Blacks, with 18 minutes to play, are just 3 points behind.
It was great work. There's no doubt about it. The pass from Havili was critical in this play, and the lead up to it created the opportunity. Ireland's defence had been flat all night. There wasn't a lot in the backfield left for these guys to beat for the All Blacks, but it was significant in the game. They've had few opportunities, and now they get themselves back into the game, and Ireland have to continue to play.
Okay, lads, let's go, please.
If they want to win this Test match.
Will Jordan's 15th try this year. Remarkable. 17th in just his 12th test. Well, not taken cleanly by Whitelock, but Sevu Reece is there going to try and drag him out over the touchline. He's lost the ball, well, under great pressure. And now Ireland have it. Space out on the left. Ringrose. Mo'unga got across to make the tackle. Gibson Park, they just keep the ball alive. They just keep coming at the All Blacks. Ireland are on the 22 now. Gibson Park, Furlong, wrestled to the ground by Retallick and Tuinukuafe.
Advantage, 18 off the ball on the blue scrum half.
Shot off the ball against Tyrell Lomax, and here's a chance for another three for Johnny Sexton.
18, thank you.
Certainly is.
18 cannot tackle. Number 19 without the ball.
Again, it's another late shot, so the All Blacks' timing is off. You're going to get the old one wrong when you've had to make 211 tackles in the game. But getting them wrong in this zone will cost them points. They are taking some time just to assess Johnny Sexton. I wasn't convinced this was legal. I certainly thought that Sevu Reece's knees were on the ground, and those players didn't release him and ripped the ball free as he was going to ground it.
Okay, well,
and that probably clearly was an illegal way to get the ball back. However, the officials deemed it to be different, and they built their attack again, Ireland, and managed to get themselves another penalty for a late shot. That was Lomax doing it in the backdrop.
You'd have to say that on a number of occasions the All Blacks' body position has sort of let themselves down in terms of leaving the ball exposed, and Jonathan Sexton is the man going off, so the responsibility.
Well, this is an HIA, I think.
He's had a tough day at the office, there's no doubt about the number of contacts he's made. Joey Carberry is the man coming on.
His heel's just come on, as injury.
Correct. Hang on. Fellas, pretty important. If it's a tactical, he can't kick it. If it's a HIA, he can kick it. It's a tactical replacement. Hang on, you're...
Oh.
I think they might change the call here.
The lads are saying it's a tactical replacement.
No, it's HIA. It's an HIA, Luke.
I'm getting it down from the top. Get the water well off.
So it is a HIA. Whoa, hang on, mate. Hang on. It is a HIA. Okay, Sam, it is a HIA, mate. Okay. HIA.
Well, good knowledge of the laws from Sam Whitelock. He queried it. And
you can, because it's a HIA.
Just a suggestion of a change of call, but he didn't look great when he went off, to be fair, Johnny Sexton.
It's a HIA.
So by taking the 3, it gets them ahead by 6, Martian. Doesn't really protect them, because the All Blacks will be playing to win, of course. So all of a sudden a converted try can get the All Blacks ahead. So this is the hard one if you're on and you're going, what do they actually gain by getting the 3?
I think the clock. The clock is now starting to slightly work against the All Blacks. They've been playing in the right areas, Ireland. They've been dominating the game. The 2 tries that they've leaked have been out of nowhere. I think they have to get them outside of that, at least try and put pressure on a converted try for the All Blacks.
Joey Carberry, born in Dargaville to Irish parents. First touch is to send it between the uprights, and Ireland extend their lead again, 23-17. There's the head knock. Marty Savia rather reeled away from that too, but Johnny Sexton is off, and on is Finlay Bealham, and he was a sub in the game in Chicago back in 2016. All Blacks try a change of tactic. Jordie Barrett complaining he felt he'd been impeded on the way through, but O'Mahony had it under control. Not taken, and under pressure too. The All Blacks get a penalty. Richie Mo'unga under great pressure.
You've got to be on your feet, mate. You've got to be on your feet.
Conway was never on his feet.
On the ground.
He was a tackler, and he never clearly got back to his feet. So this is probably the first opportunity for the All Blacks to build something in the second half from their structure, their line-out structure. Now think about all the way back to the first half. They probably only had one other opportunity in that first half. They worked the peel. He gets a 5-man.
Thanks, Matt. Hold the 10, please.
Sevu Reece at the front, clearly. Papali'i, halfback.
Well, they've got to secure the ball first, and Akira Ioane does it. Here is the peel involving Coles. Straightens, takes it to the 22. Now the pick and go from Tyrell Lomax. And here the cry go out for patience. Same applies to both teams. Papali'i. Slow ball for the All Blacks. Lomax waiting for it again, and they're waiting for him. Drives ahead. All Blacks edging their way inside the 22. Now a bit of width on it. Havili trying to bunt his way through the tackle of Aki. Can't do so. Now Mo'unga, a short ball away to Brodie Retallick.
Advantage, offside, 18.
Came up the Irish this time. Well, the All Blacks have a penalty advantage. What can they do while they're playing under advantage? Jordie Barrett floats it wide. Havili. In fact, it's a, Havili out wide. Ball comes back in field. They go back to the short side, and Ardie Savia. The referee still playing advantage. So Mo'unga puts a little chicken. Jordan's after it. Wheels out of one, taken just a couple of metres short of the line. Now the chance for the All Blacks. Perenara had a go on his own. The gap closed very quickly. Retallick trying to drive his way over. He's held up off the ground.
Advantage, player rolling away.
Advantage again for the All Blacks. Crucial moment of the game
20,
here.
give it up.
O'Mahony.
Advantage, New Zealand.
Trying desperately.
Goal line,
to wriggle away. Savia, they took a moment to free it. Oh, lovely ball away. The Ioane brothers team up, and
what's the problem,
Akira is in. Again, they'll check it.
I think they're looking for a forward pass.
We're just checking the last pass. Tom, you got that?
They looked okay to me. The line from Akira Ioane was sensational.
The penalty wasn't against you. It's the guy not rolling away, so I can't look at the jackal until he moves. So on-field try, the replays need to show it clearly as a forward pass to overturn the decision.
Oh, it's not. Doesn't look good.
Just
out
see if
of
we
the
get an
hands.
angle of the hands. Just bear with me.
Just to be clear, still nothing clear.
It's forward.
Yeah.
Nothing clear as yet. Just bear with me.
Still nothing clear, Tom.
Well, it didn't look too bad from that angle.
Anything clear for you boys, Christoph?
Just bear with me, Luke, 1 second.
No worries.
I think if you look at his
There's
hands,
one more
they
angle
actually
which is
end
about to
up
come.
back.
1 second.
No problems.
It's the timing of when he releases the ball.
That's the angle that shows it, I think.
So does this ball go forward out of the hands?
From that angle, Luke, it suggests that it does, yes.
Yeah, I
1
think
second.
they've got that right.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think you are,
Once we finish
absolutely.
the replays, Tom, we'll finalise everything.
His hands end up back,
yes,
but he's released them with his balls out, the hands out in
the
front.
ball, leaving the hands forward, so that is a forward
The
pass.
try's not going to stand.
Under advantage.
They'll go back for
not
penalty.
rolling away for
Right
3
under the posts.
Or 18 offside back here.
Correct.
Well, what do the All Blacks do now with 12 minutes on the clock?
Well, I would like to think they take the scrum.
No. Another advantage here, the 3 not rolling.
And this is where Sam Whitelock's all those test matches, all that experience, Dane Coles, front row, Hardy
just the option,
Salvia.
but a penalty over here or here, I'm assuming here.
He's taking the shot, so he wants the points. Look, you say, why do I say that? Now, look, banking 3, there's still plenty of time on the clock. Another 3 is a draw. We're after more than that. But probably what's in the back of Sam Whitelock's mind is the lack of time they've been down here. And he's like, well, man, we are struggling to get down here. If we're down here, I think we've got to bank what we can get.
We're never going to agree on this one, are we?
I'm a bit with you in terms of taking the scrum and going, you know what, we haven't been down here very often. We need to get in front now.
And what have Ireland done all day? They've been super positive in that respect, haven't they? And that is why they lead in this test match. They have turned down 3.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
And the discipline of Ireland's going to be critical now because the All Blacks will keep ball in hand. They'll keep playing. It was on the back of 1 penalty they gave away. The All Blacks got some territory. All of a sudden, they built some pressure, some confidence. We will find out whether this is the right decision from Sam Whitelock with 10 minutes to go.
Ireland have won 2 of the last 4 against New Zealand. They're looking to make it 3 out of 5. They lead by 3, just over 10 to play. It's a shot of the coaching box there. What a great day this could be for Andy Farrell. Mike Cat, you'd have to say his influence on this Irish back play has been profound. Carberry kicks down to the 22. And Havili is there. And Perenara just checking.
Yes, they were.
The ball's formed inside the 22, so he can put it out on the full.
Wingers onside.
Well, he doesn't put it out. Sevu Reece gets after it. Ireland have got it.
Tackle, release, tackle.
The number 8, Conan, got his hands on the ball. So Ireland now are going to get a chance to extend their lead again. All Blacks, though, going in determined fashion. Ireland come away with it. Archie now. Conan driven to the ground, but a good strong carry again from this impressive number 8. Porter is still out there. The All Blacks will have to watch their discipline. Bouncing out of it comes Conway. Savia desperately trying to make the tackle. Perenara got hands on the ball, but he was quickly cleaned out. Gibson Park, who's just kept things ticking over beautifully. Coles having to defend. Now Ryan, what a hand he's had, the big Irish lock. Low, oh, lovely ball away to Conan. Good strength. Look how hard it is. But they've lost the ball. It's been scooped up for New Zealand by Richie Mo'unga. Tui Nukuafe loses it. They'll come back for the first knock on. Boy, relief there for the All Blacks.
I don't think it was a knock on.
Time is off, please.
Pretty sure Akira Ioane ripped the ball free.
Time off.
Really good. Ringrose has been outstanding. Nice shift from James Lowe onto number 8, Conan.
Time's off.
He's riding Akira Ioane, and Akira Ioane gets his hand,
boys,
big mitts in here, and I think he just rips the ball free rather than Conan losing it. There you go, so he pushes it out onto the All Black side.
I get it.
Irish broadcast, that's why we'll see 1,000 replays of it, because I'll say that wasn't a knock-on.
Their attack has been so very, very good.
Yeah.
Well, there's someone who's been around the block. Keith Earls, he seems to have been part of this Irish team for a decade.
And Conor Murray.
Well, who better to bring on?
Yeah.
It's a great test match, though. This is what the All Blacks and Irish rugby would have been hoping for, these two teams going at it. Ireland have been very, very good. The All Blacks' defence has been stoic, but they're going to need a big 8.5 minutes to get themselves over the top of an Ireland team, which has been impressive in every facet of the game.
Well, Conor Murray hasn't wasted any time getting in the ref's
No,
area,
he
has
hasn't, has he? Yeah, but he's a half-back. Look, if you looked at the statistics, it would reinforce how much character this All Black side has. Any other side against this mountain of possession, territory and tackles they've had to make would be well out of the match. Yet we find the All Blacks somehow still with the prospect of being able to win it.
Well, it's always been a notable rivalry. Now it's a truly great one. Ardie Savea brings it away. And Buster through a couple of tackles, finds Havili. The All Blacks threatening to break out here. Ioane, though, taken on halfway and held on in the tackle. Well, just as the All Blacks were threatening to break out, Peter O'Mahony, James Lowe, they come up with a huge play.
Oh, it's outstanding from Savea off the back, bounces out of a couple of tackles as he does, leg drive pumping them. Havili's on his shoulder. Nice little offload from him to Rieko Ioane, and whoever this next All Black player that arrives is, misses his clean. It's Sam Whitelock, misses his clean on the outside, and because of that, O'Mahony was able to seal the ball off and get over it and win a penalty.
Is it head or your shoulder? Okay, would you mind?
Yeah, the ball just in the air long enough for the defence. It was James Lowe who made the big tackle on Rieko Ioane. O'Mahony was the man who put himself on the ball. It was beautifully done. All of his years of experience, his toughness. There's James Lowe. That was a significant tackle.
Wasn't it? He stepped in nicely, didn't he?
And needed to, because there was plenty of numbers on the outside channel if they'd made one transfer. There's Johnny Sexton.
Well, Cian Healy alongside him.
Sorry to rush
Just
you,
a reminder,
but if it's not HIA, we need to get the game
haven't
going.
had your first or your second time to get vaccinated against COVID-19, particularly if you got your first shot the weekend of Super Saturday.
Time on.
Closing in on that 90% mark. Ireland are at 75%, and they've got 51,000 in the crowd today. Just thought you might like to know that. More important now, the 3 points at stake. Joey Carbery has the ball right on the centre dot of halfway. This well within his capabilities. And he struck it pretty well, but it's over! Great kick from Joey Carbery, and Ireland lead again by 6.
Yeah, it was just within his range. But what he did have was the accuracy. It drops over the poles, and they go ahead by 6, Ireland. The All Blacks have got it all in front of them now.
It just wasn't a great pass to Rieko Ioane, and that he had to wait for it. By the time he got it,
Boys, 6 minutes, please.
the defence was all over him. James Lowe, the All Blacks set off after the restart. Ireland have got it. Well, they've pulled so many out of the fire over the years. We think back to that memorable game.
Okay, Ireland, use
back
it.
in
Onside, please, 18.
2012, wasn't it? But Ireland, they've held the upper hand for much of this game. Barrett,
ball for me.
again, good contest in the air, but the All Blacks have got it. Coles swings it wide. Reese trying to have Earls on, and then just a total breakdown in communication with Rieko Ioane.
Yeah, totally agree, TJ, but all the work inside was the problem. They all just shoveled the ball. They had 5 players, possibly against 2 drifting, and everyone just shoveled it across the field. There's a contest in the air. I think that was fair.
Let's go.
But everyone just crabbed laterally across the field, shoveled it across, and left no options.
The old-fashioned angle change, Marshy. Someone dropping underneath.
Yeah.
No doubt Rieko Ioane then should have dropped underneath, cut back on the inside because the defence was all pushing across.
Well, the All Blacks need a converted try to win. They're also going to need the ball. That's a ball, yeah.
Don't look at me, thanks.
Just took too long over the throw. Akira Ioane took the tap, nearly tapped it into his own head.
No!
Taking a long time to get the ball out. The Irish have done a good job slowing New Zealand's ball down. Havili with the kick out to the wing. Oh, It's been picked off by Keenan. Back in field it goes. Lost forward by Ireland, though.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you, TJ, Goldie, my heart was in my mouth when I saw that kick. And Keenan came through. I didn't know if we had any defenders to be able to shut him down because we were all up flat. But the All Blacks did adjust well. Jordan's been skinned, but it was the cover defence of Rieko Ioane. Well done to adjust and get back. Otherwise, look at the support. Earls was there. Oh, man, what a moment.
No doubt the All Blacks are under pressure. On the flip side, had it goes over the top and Will Jordan catches it, he could be under the bar. So those are the sort of gambles the All Blacks are having to make now because the defence has been so very good.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Well, what great experience Ireland have been able to call off their bench. Now Cian Healy is out there.
Let's go.
You can bring Healy, you can bring O'Mahony, you can bring Murray, and you can bring Earls off the bench. That's a huge amount of big match experience.
What the All Blacks from here have got to think about is how they are going to win this test match. I certainly think they've got to put the boot away. I know that cross kick is on, but it is 50-50 still. I think they need to try and figure out a way to phase Ireland above 8 and fatigue them defensively.
He's going to call a reset here. All Blacks appealing for a penalty.
Let's go. Let's reset.
Yeah, so sorry, TJ. Yeah, so what I mean by that, so 7 to 8 phases, start to get them slightly disjointed. Get players out of their normal system where they defend. From here, they'll go scrum. Everyone knows where they're going, where the guard dogs go. But once you get into 7, 8, 9 phases, then it becomes more disjointed and you find mismatches. That's what they've got to find. We've got too many good players in this side that all they need is an opportunity to find a mismatch.
The danger of scrumming for a penalty like the All Blacks just did. 2 minutes went off the clock.
Yeah. Now inside, well inside the last 5.
9. Use.
Yeah. Perenara told to get on with it. Havili, as he's been asked to do so often this year, the crash ball. But look how quickly Ireland get up. Lomax, they're going to have to be patient. They've done it before. Well, Barrett taking it behind the advantage line, pops it away. Retallick wasn't really expecting it. They want to isolate him. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost it on the ground.
No, the turnover was good, but then he knocks it on. The turnover's good, but then he knocks it on. I thought so.
So what's the call? He's given the throw to the scrum feed to the All Blacks. He said the ball was ripped away from Retallick and then knocked forward by Ireland.
I think that was right. I certainly think that the tackler of Retallick still had his arms all over the ball as Retallick was going to ground. So it was sort of simultaneous. So it wasn't a situation of the tackler needing to release.
We're going.
And then in the momentum of when Retallick finally went to the ground, he had ripped the ball free, but it went forward. So All Blacks feed. Yeah, I think they got that right.
Yeah, I think so.
Higher, please.
Certainly all a bit messy for the All Blacks now. You can tell that they're stretching. And they're going deep, they're throwing passes, they're trying to keep the ball alive. This defence for Ireland has been unrelenting. Really like to see them keep working the same way. Don't switch back to the short side because that's exactly where this forward pack for Ireland is going to reload. Make them work a little bit, make them chase the All Blacks.
Eventually the scrum goes down. And there's just 2 minutes on the clock. David Havili trying to free the ball away. It's been lost, but not forward. Well, the All Blacks have it. Can they pull off another miraculous win? They've done it before in this very same stadium, but not today. It's not going to happen today. It's Ireland's. They get a penalty right in front.
Oh, it's Ireland's day. They get their accuracy at the breakdown wrong. The All Blacks, Jordan crabbed himself across the field. The cleaners didn't get it right. Quick as a flash, Ireland were in over the ball. And I don't think you can argue anybody that sat down and watched this test match, and if you don't believe me, check out the stats. They are going to come out of this test match deserved winners.
The game will restart.
They have been impressive on both sides of the ball.
But the game will restart.
Simple clean-out accuracy, not able to get through the middle. It was great work over the ball.
It was Tyg Byrne, the replacement lock. Joey Carberry from in front can put this over, and there will not be time for New Zealand this time.
The other thing is, we go all the way back to Sam Whitelock's "I'll take the 3." They have not been back in Ireland's half, apart from kicking the ball off the All Blacks. Was that the right decision?
Haven't seen Tupou Vaiai or Finlay Christie in this game for the All Blacks either. Surprised to not see the impact at halfback.
Well, this is a huge moment in the life of Joey Carberry. He can put it out of reach. Come the day, come the hour, and the glory will be with Ireland. Johnny Sexton applauds. The crowd love it, and Ireland now just seconds away from a thoroughly deserved win. They've been the better team right throughout. All the All Blacks can find now is a late consolation.
They won't even get that. 5 seconds for Ireland.
Thank you.
They'll put it into touch, and fitting that James Lowe, who had the first say, has the last say. Famous victory again. Brilliant, Ireland.
Incredible scenes at Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Ireland came out with an intent to play, and that intent has given them a result against the All Blacks that they completely and utterly earned on the afternoon. It was fraught with drama, it was entertaining, and Ireland, well, they will celebrate into the small hours, and man, don't they deserve it.
Well, Ireland dominated for long periods. The All Blacks typically came up with a couple of flashes of sheer brilliance, but it was not going to be enough. Ireland changing tack after half-time, going for the 3. Stunning try by Caelan Doris. That was a key moment in the game. But New Zealand never really got their game going.
There was one team in this contest, and they've ended up dominating and winning by 9. But if you look at the statistics like Justin Marshall talked about, they were the better side, complete in all aspects. The All Blacks were desperate on defence, and they needed to be to keep the scoreboard close. Bundy Aki celebrates. Johnny Sexton, Tag Furlong, world-class performances. Disappointment from Sam Whitelock, but the All Blacks well and truly beaten at Aviva Stadium in Dublin.
TJ Perenara, who went the distance. They opted not to bring Finlay Christie and the potential spark that he can bring to a game off the bench, opting to stick with the experience of Perenara. Bundy Aki, what a moment for him, who came to Ireland as a project player. But you can see how much it means to him.
Well, like Chicago, when they finally created history, Ireland, they came into that game with a positive mindset, and we saw nothing at all different from this afternoon's game. At all, they were positive and deservedly won.
Well, great big smile on the face of Jamison Gibson Park, as I say, born and raised on Great Barrier Island, Gisborne Boys High School, but now a central figure in another outstanding, wonderful Irish performance. They beat the All Blacks for the 3rd time in 5, 29-20.